Hey, what's up, Big Nation? This is David Labby coming to you today on Tuesday, May 16th, 2017. And I'm gonna try and be a little bit better today in the video. So I really want to make this quick. Today, how am I feeling? So we're gonna go over how I'm feeling physiologically, emotionally, and mentally. My mental acuity has definitely been since I started ketosis. For those of you just chiming in, this channel is about fitness, ketosis, weight loss, and building muscle to burn fat. Primarily, it's about building muscle, burning fat, nutritional ketosis. I want to be as healthy as I possibly can. I want to lose as much weight as I can, and I also want to build muscle. For those of you that are interested in the bodybuilding aspect, I'm going to be going over some of the exercises that I do to help build some muscle, but I'm not going to be doing that right now. So today I'm going to be going over my mentality for the day, my mental clarity has been rock solid. I've been in ketosis, and my electrolytes are up, so everything's been going great. I'm definitely doing a lot better on that field. When you first start ketosis, you can feel a little bit sluggish for the first week or two, depending on how fast you transition over to ketosis. And I've been in ketosis for a long while now. I did have some fluctuations in the middle because I was eating too many vegetables, and I'm doing a lot better now. So out of a 10, I'll give it a solid 8. I'm not going to give it a solid 10 because right now I'm exercising a lot. My body's recuperating. There's a lot of different factors when it comes to your mental clarity that come into play, because it's your hormones, it's how your body can utilize the energy, your brain utilizing the energy. I definitely feel a lot better after I have a cup of my high octane coffee, but bulletproof coffee. I usually do coconut oil and MCT oil and some coffee with some cinnamon, which makes me feel great for a few hours. It lasts longer than what the normal coffee would do. Usually, if you have I used to have extra French vanilla with, mocha latte bull crap, all that stuff, all the sugar, and, I'd feel good for an hour or two, and then afterwards, you would feel drained. Now it's a lot steadier. I feel now like I did when I was feeling at my greatest during my old routine, when I was eating a lot of sugars and a lot of carbs. But anyway, moving forward physiologically, today I'm feeling a lot better. My ankle's feeling a lot better. I am going so I'm exercising every day. Depending on what I'm doing, I do have higher intensity days and lower intensity days. Today was a lower intensity day, so that way I recuperate faster, because you don't want to go hard every single day. You need to give your body time to regenerate, to recuperate. You need recovery time. Very important, extremely important, especially during weight loss, especially when you're in ketosis and first starting off. I went a little bit too hard at the beginning, so now I'm doing alternating days of one high, one low, one high, one low, one high, and then I have a day off. So I usually take 2 days off during the week, and then I have a day where I kind of do a few different things, where it's kind of like a lower intensity, moderate intensity workout, where I go out and I'll do a hike, or I hang out with with friends and we do something active or something like that. Right now it's a little bit difficult because I just sprained my ankle. As everybody knows, how's my ankle recovery? Ankle recovery is going great. I can actually so I'm walking a lot faster. I have a lot more confidence in my step. I did twinge my ankle a little bit today, and I know that I'm getting a lot better because it didn't hurt afterwards. It hurt for a few seconds. It hurt for a minute afterwards, where it was sore. I was like, oh gosh, did I re-hurt it? Did I re-injure it? Because what happened was I ended up getting my boot caught on. It's my air cast boot. It's just a boot that keeps your ankle stabilized. And I got it caught on the pavement, and I went to sidestep to try and regain my balance, and I ended up kind of shifting a little bit, and it caused me to kind of twist, have a little twisting motion. The boot probably saved me a lot. It probably saved me a ton. But anyway, it's the recovery is going well, and I really highly suggest anybody that has a sprain or anything like that, go for a hydro massage. Get hydro massage, or use your shower head massager in the bath, in the shower. Highly recommend it. Don't press with your hands, because that's more a pressure point, right? The massage is more of a pulsating vibration that gives more blood flow to the muscle tissue, to the fascia around it, allowing more circulation, and also breaking up some of that scar tissue. And that's one of the things I was really worried about, is not being limber afterwards. So, but after I've been doing this for the last few days, I don't think it's coincidence. I feel a ton better. I mean exponentially better since I was doing the hydro massage and really isolating it on my calf and my ankle and my legs. Doing a ton better. So emotional wise, I've been a lot more stable now that I've really honed in on my diet. I've been doing a ton better. My mood has really been stabilized and improved, and I'm feeling great. I mean, today is day 73 of my 91-day journey. I got just about I have just about 2.5 weeks left of this. I do not think I'm going to get to my 250-pound goal weight, even though that was kind of a crazy thing. The last 5 weeks have been crazy. I was kind of dumb, and I wasn't assessing things properly. I had a lot going on in my life and going on in my head, and but that was what part of this was for, is understanding how to keep yourself motivated and how to keep guided in everything. So I had to steer the ship. I was off course a bit, right? So I just had to readjust, and now I'm getting back in line. I'm not perfect yet. But I'm definitely getting back in line. And it doesn't matter. This is a journey. This isn't a race. I'm not racing to one destination. This is a marathon, and it's going to be continuous. I'm always going to be doing something else. I'm always going to be going to the next level, and that's what this journey is about getting to my first goal. My first goal is technically to be under 300 pounds, and I'm very close. I'm 302.5, 302.6, whatever. I'm so close, and I'm not weighing myself right now, but I am darn sure that I'm going to be under at the end of the week, and if not, I'm not going to beat myself up. I'm not going to kick myself, but I'm doing everything. I need to really hone in and focus and get this done, because I want to be under 300. And then everything else for the next 2 weeks, if I lose, I just want to stay under 300. That's my goal, is to stay under 300. And then my next 13-week goal will be to get under 250, build some muscle, burn some more fat. I'm not really worried about it. I've been working out, giving myself some recovery time. I just bought this new shirt today. This is a 2XL button-up shirt. Now, 2XL t-shirts are a little bit different than 2XL button-ups. Usually, if you have a 2XL button-up, like they stretch. So, as you can see, I don't know if you can really see from there, but like before, I couldn't fit into a 2XL button-up because it was really stretching the buttons, right? And now my stomach is flat enough that I can actually fit in this and sit down, right? And it's not making me look like the Incredible Hulk with a beer gut, So I'm definitely happy about that. That's a milestone, guys. That's a milestone for me. I'm on the 5th notch of my belt. I'm now on the 5th notch. I mean, like that's huge for me. It doesn't feel like I'm trying to cut my body in half, So anyway, The most epic news, though, right now, the most epic, I just went to the doctors for my physical, and he was perplexed. He didn't know what to say. He didn't even recognize me. He didn't even know who I was. I had to remind him. And when he started looking at my stats, and everything, he was completely turned around. He has now declared me officially not diabetic. He has now officially declared me non-hypertensive. I don't need any medication for hypertension, which is high blood pressure. My blood pressure is better than it's ever been. It is 124 over 82. 124 over 84? Something like, it was 124 over 82, I'm pretty sure. That's the best. Guys, during even high school, I used to be like 130 over 90. In high school, 135 over 90. That was normal for me. High blood pressure, like ever since I was a kid, since I was 11, 12 years old, I've been slightly above high for blood pressure. And to have that validation, I go for blood work tomorrow. I go for more blood work, but they did my glucose level. They pricked my finger, which was fun. They ended up doing the test twice because they didn't believe it. That's how awesome it was. So they were just like, we just want to get a validation on this. We just want to check it real quick. And I was just like, what? They're like, yeah, we want to get another blood sample real quick and check your hemoglobin, AC1, something like the AC1. Anyway, it's like it's a blood test where they just prick your finger and they check your glucose level at that moment. And I'd eaten that morning, and my blood glucose was 82. 82. Oh, that's what it was. 82. So I was 124 over 84. My blood glucose was 82. Normal is around 100, right? And I'm feeling great. So he's now giving me so when I see him next in a month, he's giving me a prescription for I'm going to be able to get a blood testing kit. I'm going to be talking to my insurance. I'm going to try and get a ketone blood testing kit. Hopefully my insurance will take care of that. That's what I'm hoping for. But I cannot believe this news, guys. I am so excited about this. Everything that I worked for. He was looking. He's like, just in December, you were a little over 400 pounds, right? He's like, well, no. At that time I was 3. So I was 400 before that. 408 before that. My last weigh-in. So he looked at all my last few weigh-ins, and he said in the course of a year, but in the course of the past 3 months, from my last checkup to when I was here today, I've lost over 55 pounds, way over 55 pounds, from my last checkup to now. The weigh-in that I gave you guys was when I was at 355 and I started ketosis, right? Now, I wasn't doing anything special or anything like that. I was kind of letting myself go because I got married in December, and we went on our honeymoon. It wasn't really a honeymoon. It was nice. It was a little vacation. We had a weekend, out. And it was very nice. It was very nice. It was lovely. But it wasn't like we went to the Bahamas or anything like that. That's what we're hoping to do for our anniversary, or something. I know she wants beaches. That's all she's like, beaches. That's it. That's all I want. Okay, beaches it is. So maybe I'll be bikini ready. That was probably weird for some of you guys, but if you understand my humor, I'm weird anyway. It's fine. So just bear with me. But yeah, this is awesome. I mean, guys, I can't. He was asking me questions. He was asking me questions on how to do it. My doctor was asking me on what it is I was doing and how to do it, because he's looking to lose weight. And he wants to refer it to his clients, to his patients. He wants to know. that's, I mean, he was talking to me about this one woman that he's diagnosed with diabetes. I mean, of course, there's no names. It's client patient disclosure. I mean, patient doctor, disclosure. And but he's like, if this worked for you, I bet this would work for her. He's like, this is awesome. This is fantastic. So he was writing down notes. He was saying exactly what I told him, and he took a bunch of notes, and he's looking. He's like, I'm switching over to low carb. He's like, I gotta try something, because he's like, I got like 30 pounds to lose, and I was like, hey, you exercise a little bit, just a little bit of exercise, and changing some stuff can help out a long way, a huge way. But anyway, guys, it proves that this stuff works. I go for some blood tests tomorrow, either tomorrow or the day after, and I gotta call up the lab. But my triglycerides were over 1,000 last time we knew. My hemoglobins and my glucose were over the roof. I was at a major risk of coronary heart disease, heart attack, diabetes. I was a diabetic. They told me I was diabetic. They wanted me to start medication immediately. They were talking about, what potentially I might have to start for insulin. They wanted me to start metformin, and I was like, I didn't want it. I just didn't want it. Any of you guys who have been following for a while, I've talked about my father a little bit. My father was a diabetic. I grew up with it my entire life, right? I took care of him. For many years. I dealt with that crap. And that's nothing I wish on nobody. Nobody. Being, I won't do it. I know that those medications hurt you. I mean, the food that you eat can hurt you, but the medication, all it does is just treat a symptom. It doesn't treat the problem. It doesn't. And I wish to this day that I could have helped him. That I could have showed him a better way. Because he knew better also. There's plenty of things. You don't have to do ketosis. You don't have to do low carb. You can just watch what you eat. Low carb is just an easier way of understanding, like, okay, no breads, no pastas, no potatoes. Super easy. I can eat meat and vegetables. Great. No sugary crap. No sugar. So anything that tastes super sweet or anything like that, that has sugar, stay away from. Right? And if you can't do that, okay, going up a little bit, as natural as you possibly can. Fruit, eating fruit, honey, and those are the two primary ones that if you are going to have something, or raw cane sugar, right? Nothing processed. Although I would stick with honey and fruit, but stay away from anything processed. And you can do tons. You can do tons, guys. You don't have to do ketosis. I recommend ketosis for people that are morbidly obese and who have certain health problems, right? I would definitely get checked by your doctor, because there are certain levels of health issues that I wouldn't recommend. Like if you already have, coronary heart disease, if you have, history of heart problems. My family has a history of heart problems and, diabetes and everything. If you're a type 1 diabetic, totally different than being a type 2, right? Totally different. One needs insulin, one does not, right? If you need insulin, there are some people who are type 1 can do ketosis, and they have found a way to do ketosis. I don't recommend just dropping everything and going into insulin. So many people that I've spoken with have ended up in the hospital and everything like that, And also another thing that I recommend against is if you have any type of major ailment that, and it's not about the ketosis, it's about health-wise, getting checked out first, because so many people do this wrong and then they end up in the hospital. There are multiple things that you need to get right. Or if you just start slowly, if you do it the slow way, which is the best thing I ever heard from somebody is slow is smooth, smooth is fast, right? The more general that you get in your transition, right, the better off you might be. So just picking one thing each week and just changing one thing in your diet plan can really help. But then there are people like me. I wanted to see what I could do the fastest. So the first 5 weeks, I nailed it. I nailed it in the first 5 weeks. I did fantastic. The last 5 weeks, not so much. I've honed it in. I'm doing a lot better this week. I did okay. Don't get me wrong. I did good the last 5 weeks. But good's not great. Good is not great. I lost inches. I have lost inches. My clothes fit a lot better in the last 5 weeks. You cannot define yourself by the scale. You can't. But there is a matter of functionality that I want to get into when it comes to my body weight. And that's what I'm working on. But anyway, I've already done enough. This has been a long video, longer than I expected. But I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you found any of this information helpful, please hit the like button. You know, it really helps out the channel. It helps me to reach other people. I'm really trying to show people what somebody like me can do. If I can do it, you can do it. You know, and that's what this is all about. Because I was that lazy jackass on the couch. I was, and getting into shape, I was difficult for me to start again, because I've done, I've been athletic, I've done sports, I've done different diets and everything, and I was just like, oh God, again. And I was like, I need to do it. So I started off with just simple mentalities of building upon something. So that's why I started with the 10 by 10 program. 10 exercises, 10 reps. That's it. Heck, if you did that, 10 exercises, 10 reps a day for 91 days, you'd be so much better off than anything else. Just start small. Go for a walk. Go walk a mile. That's it. It'll take you less than 15 minutes to walk a mile. That's it. So, next, leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you guys. What's your story? What is your story? If you have any questions, leave a comment. I'd be happy to answer them, guys. Or shoot me an email. I get your emails. I answer some of your questions sometimes. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate all the support you guys have shown me. Guys, it has meant a lot to me. It has helped to keep me going and helped me not to beat myself up completely over some of this, stuff. And if you like to see future videos and to follow my journey, for future content and all that stuff, I'd love for you guys to subscribe. And, it helps out my channel, and, it helps get the message out. So thank you so much for everything you guys do. I appreciate it. So remember, be informed, stay motivated, and live big, guys. Who up?